Words that greet the reader when he or she turns the pages of Peeling Off the Mask, a book by political commentator and former aide to Prime Minister Raila Odinga, Miguna Miguna. And through the pages of the book, the author gives an insider's account of the intrigues, discussions and power plays that have occurred in Kenya's corridors of power in recent years.
Because there is nothing to hide. Why are we hiding these things? This is public property. There is no secrecy in governance.
And I hope that the judiciary and the bar and the Kenyan people will appreciate the new approach that must be ushered in if Article 34 is to have meaning.
Words that best describe some of the details in the book, where Miguna, for example, describes his former workplace as a den of graft as he tried to work his way to deal with some of the scandals. An excerpt reads in part, and I quote, "The issue of maize, Triton oil and other scandals had also been discussed during our meetings. We wanted to know more about them, how ODM figures might have been involved, and we devised damage control and other strategies in order to blunt their impact on our party." End quote.
Did you really bring your mind to bear? Did you really focus and understand what you were doing? So that when you made the decision, you were convinced, whether wrong or right, you were convinced that you understood the situation.
This just part of what has attracted a barrage of criticism and acclaim in almost equal measure for him, and he was ready to answer his critics.
But I've not aimed at anybody, but I can aim. And that if you fire at me, I will fire back. And it could be devastating.
In the book, Miguna names key allies of the Prime Minister as having been involved in major scandals, but he remains unapologetic.
Obviously, if somebody wants to go to court, they can go. I'm not telling them. In fact, I welcome it. In fact, I encourage it. I want them to go to court tomorrow so that I can deal with them once and for all.
This from a man who has penned his memoirs, which run to 614 pages divided into 8 parts, comprising of 21 chapters. A book that was launched today in Nairobi, where politicians and other leaders largely skipped the event, with only Kamkunji Member of Parliament Yusuf Hassan attending, Miguna intimating that this could have been to stave off criticism. The book has been released at a time when the nation is implementing a constitution many have lauded as robust, one that is anchored on reform and personal freedoms.
And that's what I'm here to support today. So I wish the author well in his endeavors and his books, and I hear there may be another book in the wings as well, so we'll look forward to waiting for that, Miguna.
And it is very encouraging to see so many youngsters, young people here, demonstrating their love either for books or demonstrating their interest in the occasion.
Miguna claims his book is based on facts and that he has documented evidence on the same. And so as a new week begins in an already politically charged environment, it will be interesting to see what those mentioned in the book will have to say. Willis Raburu, Citizen Weekend.